Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
Best bet against this. Let me know what must need to be done.
Only to continue this fight. We've little to gain from a victory against this.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Ofulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Someone must have the answers we seek.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure all's right with it.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in, oh, I don't know, later.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper. I go where fortune whispers, friend. Whatever am I to do?
I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause, but one morning they were all discovered dead. Every last one. Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of salt. Some peddler might have made it up to increase sales.
Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall tales in the tavern of late. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. Have you heard it? 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its wake. Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
Pray, sir, seek out the jadeite orb for me. My life. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or someone who's apprised of illicit dealings. Might not be easy getting them to talk, mind.
Tisn't my way to gossip with the citizenry.
This is quite a quandary.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Interested in my wares?
Anyone got coin to spend? Always a fresh breeze.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
A good day to you. Could it be aught befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had calmed. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd consider passing by the cenotaph.
What do you want?
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal, but you scarce see them this side of the border. Strange that, considering some say Vermund was a beastron kingdom in bygone days. Mayhap you've seen those headless statues on roads and such? Tellies, they're meant to be depictions of a beastron ruler. Couldn't tell you whether any of that's true or not, mind. 'Tis simply aught I overheard at the tavern.
What? This again? Aye, I am aware of the situation, sir. I feel bad for the lad, but I don't have time to go chasing after every child who goes missing. Monsters are a fact of life in these parts. 'Tis not the first time they've preyed on some poor villager, and it shan't be the last. There's nary a thing I can do about it.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns.
I trust aught's well, sir. Might you be looking to enlist?
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on the road, I ask that you leave them undisturbed. Clearing the high roads of such obstructions falls under the military's purview, you see. But our hands are oft overfull with culling and escort missions, so that we must trust to nature to run its course. The bodies will decay over time, and the winds will sweep away the remains. It only takes a matter of days.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. I've got nothing for ye. What am I supposed to do about it?
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
If you want my advice, heed no advice save your own.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and... We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale run...
Go on, have a look.
So dull when there's nothing scraping by.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I really need to ask. Aye, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Do come again? Well met, sir. How's the day treating you
Wonder if there's any easy...
I've not got food atwixt my teeth, had I?
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
The flowers that bloom around, from what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
Aye, he had what looked like a bund. He would say no more than, yet no sooner had I turned my back than I charged to his aid. Poor lad. Pray help him if you can.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. For yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Many thanks to you.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
You looking to enlist? I'll give you my post.
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Very well. Pray continue your search. May it bear fruit anon.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is...
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause. Of course, such rumors are best taken.
I've got nothing for ye.
Poor Annie's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me, all pretty like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again?
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
Come, I'll lead the way.
If you see aught untoward, pray inform me.
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
We could obtain some rare materials here, if it pleases you, Master.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
At times, I find myself wondering why we don't fight against us. You have my support.
The Arisen has been told. Quick, douse the flames! Well done.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead... Strive to better ourselves with every battle. Prepare yourself! The creature's talons are useless while it's pinned. Pray, make full use of this opportunity to fell it.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'll go and open the chest.
Ah, oxen.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs. Wolves, Master!
Fire!
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Our foes are like to use the dark against us. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Battle continues.
Outstanding.
I will protect you.
What's going on? How did I get here? I remember. The wolves. How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? I can hardly believe it. Thank you. I would not be standing here without you. How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.